We're going to go, like I said, I'm only going to do the AFC because I'm worried about that. So we're going to go with the Baltimore Ravens. This is where I'm going to rank them. I'm going to rank them probably right here, playoff fringe. I almost wanted to put them on the decline. Still a pretty solid team. A lot of things going on with Lamar Jackson. Stability here. They didn't extend him. J.K. Dobbins had that season-ending injury, knee injury in preseason. Same thing with Gus Edwards. They're going to be back, but they're not going to be 100%. Rashad Bateman's probably a nice little breakout. Overall, I would say at best they're playoff fringe, if not on the decline themselves. Now, we're going to go with Buffalo Bills, and I think there's no argument here. Basically a shootout away from probably at least going to the Super Bowl, if not winning it. Divisional game with the Chiefs, that great back and forth game. But overall, I think they have what it takes, and they keep kind of bolstering themselves, and Josh Allen's really coming into his own. Cincinnati Bengals, I'm going to put them here as solid contenders. I think they had a great run last year, obviously. We were neck and neck with them at the very end. They had a great run to get into the Super Bowl. I didn't think they were quite that good. They probably exceeded their expectations. I'd like to see a little more from them. Again, that's not a knock. They are the defending AFC champions, but I think they might take a little bit of a step back here. So as far as the Cleveland Browns, where should I put these guys? I'm going to put them here at playoff fringe right now. I'm going to tell you why. Now, I know they have Deshaun Watson, but this guy could be suspended anywhere from 6 to 8 games. We don't have a clue of what's going to be happening. Is Baker Mayfield even going to still be on the team as a backup for those games? And even so, does that really matter? I think they were probably outside the playoff picture without him. I think Deshaun Watson could probably put him in the playoff picture. I still don't think that they're a contender type team right now, especially. Pretty solid defense. They got the running game, but remember, Nick Chubb's in his last year of his contract. Probably going to move on, to be honest with you. They still have Kareem Hunt. But with all the turmoil, I think what's going to happen is Deshaun Watson's probably going to be suspended about half the season. And they're going to come back, and they're probably going to be just outside the playoff hunt for a wild card. Denver Broncos. A lot of people, and that PFF one had them ranked higher than us. I don't really see that, to be honest with you. I know they got Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson did not have a great year last year. Okay, and it wasn't just the team around him. His accuracy ratings have been dropping. Like I said, I talked about Denver and checking out our division. I think they paid too much for this guy. And the defense is still good. They got Melvin Gordon back to spell Javonte Williams. So they're still going to be able to run the ball. I think they probably have one of the better running games overall in our division. I think they're a playoff fringe team. I'm not so sure about this Russell Wilson thing. I'm not going to anoint them. They're going to be in the hunt, but I think if either they're going to get like a 6 or 7 seed at best, or they're going to be out of it. Houston, Davis Mills has been decent. Brandon Cooks is there, and I talked about trying to trade for him before we got Devontae Adams. Who's their running back? Marlon Mack? Come on. And then that defense, it's still bad. I think it was ranked the lowest in running defense. It's going to be at or near the bottom for this conference. I think there's way too much competition. I'm not seeing anything in the foreseeable future that they're going to rise up the ranks here. Indianapolis Colts. Now, last year, remember, they were in the playoff hunt, and they kind of threw it away. And they had Carson Wentz as quarterback. They have Matt Ryan. I think that's a slight upgrade. I'm going to put them, I'm kind of leaning here, to be honest with you. Why not? Let's put it there. I'm going to put it as a solid contender. I think the back half, it's probably in between here and here, to be honest with you. I think a lot of what they had, I mean, they have Jonathan Taylor, league leading rusher. They have a solid defense. I know Gus Bradley's there. I know a lot of people don't like Gus Bradley. Personally, I think he's fine. I'm actually going to go as far as saying the Colts are going to win their division this year, and we'll get to that when we get to Tennessee Titans. I think they're pretty solid right now. When I think not that Matt Ryan is a world beater, but he's a definite upgrade from Carson Wentz, who's terrible. Jacksonville, they had the turmoil with Urban Meyer. I know they've got Trevor Lawrence. He's still learning. You could put this one at a year or so if you wanted to. I'm not really buying it yet. It looks like they're trying to rebuild the defense, which is good. you could go either way here, but honestly, they're not going to be a threat in the 2022 season, so I'm not even going to go with that. The Chiefs, I'm going to put them up here because they've been there 3 times in a row. They're the defending AFC West champions. And I know Tyreek Hill's gone, but they improved that defense. They got Karlaftis, who could rush at the edge. That means they can put Jones inside where he belongs. That front four, I talked about that before, is going to be a problem for a lot of teams, including ours. I'll put them there. I know some people, I would go as low as maybe here. That's about it for now. And of course, you got Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes there. So, and here we go with the Raiders. So, where am I going to put the Raiders at? I'm going to put them here, but I'm going to put them at the top of the solid contenders list. I would put them up a little bit higher. My reservations are new staff, new coaching system. That's number one. Number two is where we got as far as defensive tackle at corner, and most importantly, right tackle is Alex Leatherwood. Like I said, it looks like he's going to be the guy day one, like I've been saying. Can he handle it? Can he take that step up? Remember, Colton Miller did not look very good in his rookie season. Can he make a similar jump up as Colton did in his second year in going? If so, we can move these guys up here. I'm going to put this right now. A lot of changes. I'm hoping for the stability. I'm liking what I'm seeing from the new regime, but we still have to kind of put it together on the field. Sandy B says, hit that like button, subscribe, ring the bell. Make sure you're clicking all so you don't miss any of the notifications. Absolutely. If you are liking this, hit the like button and subscribe. That way it'll send it out to more people. Same thing with TikTok. I have over 700 likes on TikTok. If you like this, give it more likes, give it more hearts, follow me. So, Chargers. I'm going to put them up here at solid contenders. And you know what? I think I'm going to move them right here. So I'm actually ranking them on the actual lines themselves, not just the tiers themselves. I'm going to put them right behind us. Remember, it was a dogfight that last playing game, and their coach basically screwed it up. It could have went either way. I think Bisaccia would have let us tie, and both would have went in, but the guy called the timeout like an idiot. So, very solid. Khalil Mack still got game. I don't think he's as good as when he was with us. It's going to pose a little bit of a problem. J.C. Jackson, they've upgraded there. Justin Herbert's for real. He's shown it 2 years now. Another young up-and-coming young quarterback, just like Joe Burrow. I think the Chargers are a little bit better than Cincinnati. Miami. I'm gonna put this at a year or so. Their defense is pretty solid, not great. My biggest issue is Tua Tagovailoa, or Tua Latin, whatever you want to call him. I'm not confident in the quarterback position. I know they got Waddle. I know they got Hill. They've got all the speed, and they got a guy who can't throw the ball downfield to him. That's the way I see it, to be honest with you. Tua is not going to last too much longer, and they're going to have to go to somebody else. So I think the progression is going to be a year or so here. New England Patriots. Didn't do too bad, didn't do too great. I think some of the moves are questionable, but of course you still have Bill Belichick there, and they were still in the playoff hunt last season. So I'm going to kind of put them as a playoff fringe team. I don't think they're good enough to make it to the Super Bowl, obviously. They could be good enough to get a wild card spot and then maybe go out in the first or second round at most. The Jets. I'm going to put these guys at a year or so. I'm going to put them ahead of Miami, to be honest with you. Zach Wilson, who knows what's going to happen with him? Let's give him another year. I like Robert Saleh as a coach. I think the defense has always been solid, kind of sneaky good. I would not surprise me. I know Josh Jacobs wearing the Yankee thing, and there was rumors maybe he's going to be wearing a Jets uniform next year, to be honest with you. But they're not ready to contend right now. They're not going to be a real pushover team, but they're not going to be able to compete, to be honest with you. Pittsburgh Steelers, I got to put them here. And I got to say, again, the quarterback position. The quarterback position is the most important position, especially nowadays in football. Roethlisberger's retired. They got Mitch Trubisky. They got the rookie from Pitt. I'm not confident in that. That defense is really solid, but remember, we pretty much owned that team. We played them last year at Heinz Field. I'm not so worried about them. I think they're on the decline. They need to find the quarterback and go from there. Okay, and then the last team in the AFC I want to talk about is the Tennessee Titans. I'm going to put them at playoff range. I almost wanted to put them on the decline. The magic of Ryan Tannehill kind of faded last season. And how many carries does Derrick Henry really have left in him? I mean, he's been worked to death. Again, still a solid team, but it looks like they kind of run out of gas in the playoffs, and they've done that a couple years in a row now. So that's going to be very interesting. They could very well be here. So this is where I have it right now. I'll probably, let me move these. And I'm going to put this right there. I like Cleveland a little bit more than Baltimore. This one's a tough one. That could be a toss-up. Yeah. And maybe that. I mean, you're kind of picking nits at that point. So that's pretty much where I have the AFC ranked, if you want to take a look.
When you have great coaches, then after you have great coaches, you get great players. You have a great organization, and you tell them one thing: just win, baby.